This is a list of some of the modern and historical equipment used by Indian Army. Most of the Army equipment is of foreign design and license produced in India, but efforts are on to progressively design and manufacture equipment indigenously. The 41 Indian ordnance factories under control of Ordnance Factories Board manufacture most of Army equipment like small arms, ammunition, combat vehicles, artillery, etc. Infantry weapons, small arms, explosives, rockets and missile systems, vehicles, utility and miscellaneous. Engineering and support, mine-protected, mine-clearing and mine-laying, combat, artillery, missile systems, anti-tank, ballistic and cruise. Air defense, aircraft, helicopters. UAVs, future procurements, vehicles, light tanker Euro 300 tanks to be deployed on China border. Later, it was decided that 300 T-90 tanks will be deployed in 6 regiments at different places to defend China border. BMP-2-based AKASH SAM carrier production started at Ordnance Factory Medak. BMP-2-based 105mm light tank to be manufactured at Ordnance Factory Medak. BMP-2-based NBC protected recon vehicle to be manufactured at Ordnance Factory Medak. Tata Light Specialist Vehicle Euro LSV with LMG, MMG to be purchased. Future Infantry Combat Vehicle, 2600 FICV to be procured to replace old BMP-2s. Initially, I asked different private and public sector companies to develop FICV, but it seems that the plan to develop new vehicle is put on hold due to budgetary cuts. Instead, upgradation of old BMP-2s with new powerful engines, transmission and new Cliver turret with 30mm gun and 4 Cornet M80GM launchers and being tried. Armored Personnel Carrier, 100 APC to be procured for United Nations peacekeeping missions. 1586 vehicles to be procured to mount ATGMs on these. Artillery and missile systems, anti-tank missile FGM-148 Javelin and Spike are being evaluated currently by Indian Army. Under the Field Artillery Rationalization Plan, Indian Army plans to procure 3,000 to 4,155 arm-towed, wheeled and tracked artillery systems. The requirement for artillery guns to be met with indigenous development and production. Production of Crucial B modular charge system will be started soon at Nalanda Ordnance Factory. HEMRL, a DRDO lab has developed the technology indigenously. State-run Ordnance Factory Board will deliver 2 types of indigenously developed 155mm howitzers to the Indian Army based on the FH-77B howitzer purchase way back in 1986. One version will be 155/39 caliber while the other will be 155/45 caliber. Trials are to be completed by June 2013. Government is also evaluating 155mm/52 self-propelled howitzers wherein 3 Indian vendors, including 2 private sector companies, have been selected for trials of their equipment. Shaurya, Prahar. The solid-fueled missile is slated to replace the liquid-fueled Prithvi-1. Liquid-fueled missiles have lengthy preparation times giving adequate warning to the enemy, while solid-fueled ones can be ready in minutes. Agni-IV, Agni-V, a Euro intercontinental version of the Agni missile system. The missile was test-fired for the first time on April 19, 2012 and is expected to be inducted by 2014 a Euro 15. Infantry equipment, Futuristic Infantry Soldier as a system is the Indian Army's principal modernization program from 2012 to 2020. In the first phase, to be completed by 2012, the infantry soldiers will be equipped with modular weapon systems that will have multi-functions. The Indian Army intends to modernize its entire 465 infantry and paramilitary battalions by 2020 with this program. Modern submachine carbine, to replace the Indian Sterling submachine gun. Indian Army has requirement for 300,000 modular body armor and ballistic helmets primarily for their infantry regiments. RFIs have been issued. 1,000 anti-materiel rifles are required for which global RFIs have been issued by the MOD. Indian Army is looking for a heavy machine gun, RFIs for a new HMG have been sent to agencies that include Rosoboronexport for the Tukhturev Cord 12.7mm HMG, General Dynamics for the still in development M806 HMG and also the Browning M2E50. Indian Army is looking for new multi-caliber assault rifle for its 356 infantry battalions and some special operation units. It will replace old INSAS rifles. For foreign firms are Eurocolt with its Colt CM901, Beretta with its ARX160, Seska with its CZ805BREN and Israel Weapon Industries with its Galil ACER in competition. Initially 65,000 rifles will be bought directly from the selected foreign vendor, for an estimated Rs 4,850 crore. OFB will subsequently produce over 113,000 rifles after getting transfer of technology from the vendor. Trial of the rifles is underway. Indian Army is also in the process to procurement of 44,000 CQB carbines for around Rs 3,200 crore, with subsequent production of another 20,000 by OFB under TOT. Beretta, Colt, Sig Sauer and IWI carbines are in the competition. Multi-caliber individual weapon system, a multi-caliber assault rifle developed by ARDE for Indian Armed Forces. It can be fitted with either 5.56mm or 7.62mm or 6.8mm gun barrel. It is developed to replace INSAS rifles. It will be handed over to Army after extensive user trials. Sniper rifles, 3,500 new sniper rifles to be procured to replace old Dragunov SVDs. The new sniper rifles should have 1,000 m range and should be fitted with bipods. Aviation, light utility helicopter. The Indian Army has projected a requirement for up to 197 light helicopters to replace its aging fleet of Chetaks and Cheetahs. The Indian Army chose the Eurocopter AS-550 under a $550 million contract in summer of 2007. Under this contract 60 helicopters were to be supplied from Eurocopter in flyaway condition and the rest were to be assembled by HAL in India. This order was later scrapped due to allegations of unfair field trials from competing company Bell Helicopters. A fresh tender process was initiated later. Eurocopter Fenk and Kamov Kar-226 is in the competition now. Trial is completed but the final decision is pending. Light Combat Helicopter. The HAL Light Combat Helicopter is a derivative of the HAL DHIUV, which was inducted into the Indian Armed Forces. Using a successful and proven helicopter as the base platform is expected to conserve the project costs for the LCH, which is pegged at $3.76 billion. The DHIUV's weaponized version, HAL Rudra, is also being inducted in the Indian Army. The LCH was expected to be ready for the initial operational clearance by December 2010 with the final operational clearance in 2011. However, the revised timeframes hold that the 5.5-ton LCH should be ready for induction into IAF by 2012 or Euro 2013. The first prototype of LCH completed its first ground run on February 4, 2010. HAL has a firm order to deliver 65 LCH to the IAF and 114 to the Army. Gallery. See also, currently active military equipment by country, Ordnance Factories Board, references.